Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome inside Scotia 2 as we have a holiday matinee between the Basin Armada and the Voyageurs Hockey Club. My name is Mason Zanike here with High Button Sports. Give you a quick look at the standings before we get going here. The Armada in 4th place overall in the league, 27 points to their name on the Voyageurs. Been struggling of late, down in 11th out of 12th. But when these two teams face off, it's always a classic matchup. As a lot of new names on the ice today, as a little bit of assistance from brother Blake. Let's get his sister off the ice. As number 15, Jack Shearer, draws into the lineup for his first game at the U16 AAA level. He'll take the opening face-off. Well, 4 new players for the V's today. As it's V's and Armada on a holiday afternoon, and we're underway. As the opening possession goes to the V's. That's going to be played to the slot area. As we're 10 seconds into this first period. Here comes Osman. Kane Osman, the Steel Subaru products, will try and toe jug his way through, but it's going to be sent the other way. So here's a chance for Fougere. Fougere takes the left side. Pass in front, looking for Shear. Rebound sent just wide as Jackson Gallagher Temple gets his first look here of the day, as we see a few players and people making their way through. As here comes Counge trying to get by Thompson, but unable to do so, as Thompson will go up the wall looking to clear, met there by Morrison, the neutral ice. Thompson forced to regroup in his own zone. He'll drop it back off. Armada play up ahead. Here is O'Leary over to Sebi Surratt. Surratt will take a hit on the entry. That'll fear with the puck as Morrison looking to clear. Played up the wall. That will make its way all the way down the ice. We are first whistle of the game off the icing call, exactly 1 minute into the first period. So both teams had road trips last weekend. The V's were in Port Hawkesbury. They dropped both games to the Cabot Highlanders, who are in 2nd place in the league, while the Armada split the weekend set in Tyne Valley against the Western Rebels. As face-off will be won by the Armada, sent in deep. Here is Morrison. Morrison battling behind the net, and the hit on Ald will free up the puck. So expect a physical game here today with these two teams being so close in proximity in the HRM. As Pickram gets his first touch of the game, Austin Pickram, the starting goaltender, here is Makinen. Makinen will try and throw it to the middle. Out there to intercept for a moment, but picked up by O'Leary. Seth O'Leary will wind his way through neutral ice, takes it wide. O'Leary will chip it towards the goal. On the backhand, centering pass will go off his stick. Recollected by Hall. Hall will go off the glass, and that will make its way all the way down the ice. Last man back is Pinau for the Armada. He'll go up the boards. As off the bench is number 27, Cole Taylor, playing his first game as a Voyageur. He plays for the U15 Whalers, a few of his teammates in the crowd here today. Both Taylor brothers in the lineup for the V's, as well as Reed LaRue, who's on the forecheck, number 2 of No Name Bar. And Alex White as well, number 3, is a call-up today for the V's. Alex White plays for the Harbor Rage here in Cole Harbor. As Taylor will play it up the boards and be sent in deep. Back to retrieve it is Bungay. Bungay will slow things down from behind his own net, looking for an option. Goes up the boards, picked up by Shearer, trying to get by the forecheck of Taylor. Gets hit off the puck, comes free. Taylor's shot just goes wide of the net past Pickram. Puck played in the corner. Taylor battling for possession. 2-on-2 on the wall. Played up the wall. As Taylor back to retrieve it on his own zone. Goes up for White, who misses the pass. Comes free for Bungay. Bungay will flick it through neutral ice, picked off by Taylor. Back for Ayotte. Ayotte, partner over for Taylor. Taylor plays up the wall. Met there at the line by an Armada stick. Puck comes free for Bungay. Bungay will scan for an option as he collects the puck, plays it through the middle, intercepted. As White will play that into the zone. Bungay recollects, goes up the wall. He's sent down the ice. Koharski, last man back for the V's, so go up the boards. That's him and Carew out there together. Taylor finds it. One-touch pass finds Jonah Carew, the captain. Carew will enter the zone, takes it wide, gets hit in the boards. As that will come free in the corner. Battle ensues for the puck. There's a hit there on the wall by DeMille, finishing his man into the boards. Puck comes free as Muse couldn't get that one on net. That will escape the zone as Carew will one-time that back into the Armada's end. Thompson looking for the loose puck as a hit will cause a penalty, and it will go against the Basin Armada. Let's see what the signal is here. Looks like Thompson will head to the box, so the first power play will go to the Voyageurs here on home ice. So Count out there with DeMille, Osmond, Carew, and Ayotte for this power play. And that's going to be one back by the Armada. And that's going to be poked out the zone by Fougere. Last man back is the captain, Carew. Carew will go over to Counts. Count leads the V's in scoring this season. He'll play it up for Osmond. Osmond enters his zone through the middle, makes some moves, takes it wide, will put the brakes on. As Carew heads to the bench looking in some discomfort over on the V side. As he got hit after making the pass. Puck in the corner. Played up to the point. Finds Counts. Count will pass over cross, looking for Osmond out of his reach as Pinau gets to the puck first. He'll pin it against the wall. Has Ayotte on him. Spins out of the check and will try and clear it down, but Hall holds the zone. Here's DeMille over to Counts. Count can handle the pass cleanly as Makinen will collect and send it down the ice. As there's 1:09 to go here in the penalty. Here is Hall. Leaves it for Count, but nearly a turnover off the exchange. Played back for Koharski. Koharski finds Hall behind the net as he'll slow things down on the power play. Hall will hold on to it. Up for Count. Braden Count loses the puck on the pass, and now we send it right back down the ice. As we're about 5 minutes into this first period, Sonoma score in Scotia 2. Second unit comes out there for Carter McMullen's crew as that's going to be played up for Count. Here's Osmond. Osmond goes skate to stick, enters the zone on the right side. Centering pass will be intercepted and sent down the ice once again. Out to play it is Gallagher Temple, mishandled it. Here's O'Leary in the breakaway, and a poke check save from Gallagher Temple. As that puck took a funny hop off the Zamboni door, made for a breakaway for O'Leary shorthanded, but Gallagher Temple with the stick keeps it scoreless. As there's 14 seconds to go in the power play. Here's Hall behind his own net. Leaves it for Saulnier. Saulnier finds Reed LaRue. That's going to be a penalty behind the play. As Hall gets teed up from the referee. Does not like the call. As you can see, the T signal from the referee must have been something that number 8 said behind the play, and that will even things up for 6 seconds, followed by a power play for the Armada. So if they can get a clean face-off win here, they'll be able to get control and get a power play. So here's Koharski shorthand out the V's face-off win. That's going to be played in the corner. It is now a power play for the Armada, as here is Makinen. Makinen, his second year as the Armada, he'll play it down for DeBay. Devin DeBay plays it up top. Todd collects, plays it down low, looking for Erin. Erin can't handle the passes. Morrison intercepts and looking to clear. Takes a funny hop once again off the glass as Makinen will collect and neutralize. Plays it over for Todd. Todd looking for an option on his own blue line. Plays it over for Makinen. On the return pass, Makinen will send it in deep. First man there is Morrison looking to clear. Turned over for Surratt. Puck is cleared out of the crease, but right into the stick of Makinen. Makinen's shot will go off the pad of Gallagher Temple. As Morrison looking to clear, it's going to be kept in by DeBay. Hit will free up the puck down low. 6.5 minutes have gone here in the first. Still no scores. That's going to be cleared down the ice by the V's. Out to play it is Pickram. Leaves it for Todd. Todd looking for Surratt, but that will miss his stick. No icing on the play as Carew's back out there. He'll one time trying to clear, but held in by O'Leary. Here's Erin, centering pass for Surratt, who will let a shot go off the pad of Gallagher Temple, and rebound cleared away by the V's. 45 seconds to go in the power play. Pickram out to play it on the goal line. He'll leave it for Bungay. Isaac Bungay on his own zone will hold on to the puck. Waits for an option as O'Leary will collect the pass on his backhand. Makes a move to the middle. Seth O'Leary will chip it ahead. He just takes a hit from DeMille. Puck enters the zone. A foot race for Fugier, who takes a spill on the way through. Carew looking for the puck. 2-on-2 develops. Played up top. As Hakala looking for it. Hakala has the puck up top. Plays it down low for Brady. 10 seconds to go in the power play. Here's Brady. Back for Hakala. One-timer. Just goes wide. As O'Leary will collect it on the opposite wall. Here is Seth O'Leary. Passing the blue line will escape the zone. That's going to do it for the power play. So both penalty kills perfect to start this off. It's going to be played up ahead. Here's Fugier off the rush, off the block. A rebound sent over the net. As that might have gone a piece of Gallagher Temple in the second attempt. As here is Bungay from the point. His shot is blocked by Osman. Second attempt will be tipped just wide off the redirection. Here is Brady. Brady centering pass off the stick of Counts as Pinow collects in the back end deep. Here's Brady again. Brady gets put to the wall by Taylor. Puck comes free. DeBay's alone in front. Finds Pinow instead up top. Pinow on the half wall. Will play it towards the goal. It's going to be hit a body and DeBay will whack it just wide. Makinen keeps it alive as he pinches in. Ayot looking to clear. Tangle up with Brady. As Brady and Count with an exchange in the wall. Count gets the better of that hit as Osman will chip out the zone. And the V's have numbers. 3-on-1. Count, Saulnier, and Osman. Here's a pass across. Saulnier finds it and shoots it about the pad of Pickram. As that took a funny hop, as Osman was looking for Count, hit a stick, ended up on the stick of Saulnier instead. But we're still scoreless here in Scotia 2 as we're about halfway through the first. Centering pass goes past Osman. Brady there to clear. Finds Fugier. Fugier intercepted by Morrison. Morrison will play it up for Count, but that'll be ahead of him. That'll be an icing call against the V's, who can't change off that infraction with 11:09 to go in the first. Great crowd on hand here in Scotia 2. Little holiday December 27th game. Makes for a good crowd. They'll drop the puck to the blocker side of Jackson Gallagher Temple. Puck is dropped. Osman looking for it off the free face-off. V's looking to clear. That'll be met at the line, and Shear letting his presence known. He's one of the biggest hitters in the U15 Major League. Jack Shear, number 15 in white today, is looking no different out here this afternoon. As puck comes free for Osman, he'll play it back for Koharski. Koharski looking to get by the forecheck of the Armada, gets hit by all. This Count responsive hit of his own. As I said at the top of the show, expect a physical game between these two teams. As Voyageurs looking to get out of a bit of a slump that they found themselves in. As scrum on the wall. 2-on-2 down low. DeBay, Alds, Koharski, and Count. Puck comes free. Here's a shot from DeBay. Just goes wide. As play to the point. escape the zone, but sent right back in deep as Gallagher Temple nearly had that go off his pad and into the net, but he plays it well as Taylor finds Cole Taylor and Cole and Jack out there together. As Alex White in the forecheck as well. So 3 U15 major call-ups on the ice for the V's right now. Put up ahead, here's O'Leary. O'Leary finds Shear. Shear's no look pass will just go wide, looking for his teammate Erin. Puck in the corner. Comes free, here's Taylor. Taylor will go off the glass in the clear. That's going to be kept in by Todd, but quickly played up ahead by Taylor once again. Here's Todd, looking for Thompson. Finds Erin. Erin will hold onto it on the blue line and eventually enters the zone. Erin will take it to the slot, but tied up by Uvari. Comes free for Todd. Todd will let a shot go low. That will be tipped on net, but easily covered up by Jackson Gallagher Temple. That will freeze play. .9:21 left here in the first period, so no score in Cole Harbour. Saulnier will take the face-off against O'Leary. Puck dropped. One back for Carew. Carew will looking to start the breakout himself as Uvari looking for LaRue. Here's Uvari. Will shoot it on net. Stopped me by Pickram as Saulnier looking for the rebound. As LaRue out there with Saulnier and Uvari. As here is Erin. Erin plays up to the opposite blue line. It's going to be chipped in deep. As battle ensues for the puck. As there's a little confusion in the stands. As Armada get it. Here is Mackinnon. Mackinnon will get the blue line and send it in the opposite corner. Takes a hit from LaRue in the process. Reed LaRue coming from King's Edgehill School. He played the first semester up there, but he's back here in Dartmouth. As here's Brady's shot tipped just wide by Mackinnon on the forecheck. Here's Surratt. Plays up top for Hakala. Hakala will play it back in deep for Surratt. Sebi Surratt looking for the cross-ice pass. He'll go off his skate. It's sent back in deep by Pinow, who's forced to tag up out of the zone. Here is Keegan Morrison. Morrison weaves his way through as the Armada are offside. Morrison gets poked off the puck. Comes free for Hakala, one-on-one with Taylor. Hakala shot! Just goes over the net off the rush. That will be played in the corner, and that's a hit on the play, and both arms from the referees go up, and that means it will be a penalty. It's a scrum after the hit. Looks like it's a Voyager player down on the ice. Can't really see in the corner there. As we'll take a quick break. Looks like Surratt will head to the box. 8:04 to go. Views out of the power play. Let's see how long of the power play it will be. We have a chance to take another look at the league standings. So the Vito's in top spot, Casey Cooling and Trip Livingstone having a great year for St. John. While the Highlanders, who the V's played last weekend, in second place with 32 points, just 1 point behind the Vito's. As you can see, the Armada there in fourth place with 27 points. Good for fourth in the league. They're looking to gain some ground here today. Injured players still on the ice. As looks like Sebi Surratt will be heading into the locker room, so that'll be the end of his night. A short-handed squad already of the Armada. As looks like Morris is back to his feet, heading back to the bench. Let's see if he continues in this game. So we'll see how much time they put on the clock. Big opportunity here for the Voyageurs to capitalize. Could be a major penalty with Surratt heading to the room, and it will be a 5-minute power play. So a 5 in a game for Sebi Surratt. So a huge opportunity for the V's to get a couple goals here on the man advantage. As they'll drop the puck. One back, here is Carew. Carew shot through the screen, will be stopped by Pickram, the goaltender. Armada looking to clear. Played up for Carew. Carew plays in the middle, finds Osmond on the right wing. Osmond shot low, will go up off the blockers, off the deflection. Kept in by Cound. Here comes Braden Cound with a nice move in the slot towards the goal. Sent towards the net, rebound covered up by Pickram. As Ayotte went between the legs towards the net. Scrum after the whistle. Same unit stays out there. It looks like they'll take Cound to the penalty box. So just 24 seconds into the 5-minute power play, the V's head to the box. Didn't see much there after the whistle, but it was enough for the referee to call a penalty. So we'll have 2 minutes of 4-on-4, followed by another opportunity for the Bees in the power play. So a short-lived major power play for the V's. It's now 4-on-4. As here's Todd. Shot stop made by Gallagher Temple. Rebound to the slot. Played away by Hall. Jaden Hall will circle back in his own zone looking for an option. As he has Hackla into the forecheck. Watch out, turns it over. Hackla causing havoc on the 4-on-4 forecheck as puck comes free. Here is DeMille. DeMille leaves it for Osman. Here is Kane. Osman will send it in deep. Osman against McNeil for the loose puck. Osman finds Hall. Hall back for Osman on the 4-on-4. Played up top for Ayotte. Ayotte will look to send it back in deep. Finds Hall. Pass in front looking for Osman, but he couldn't one-time that one on goal. 40 seconds have gone on the penalty to count. Here's Osman. Plays it to the half wall for Ayotte. Here is Osman. Again, fans on the pass. Easily picked off by O'Leary. Here comes a 2-on-2 the other way. Hackla will chip it to the slot, but Osman on the back check will recollect for the V's. Played up the boards. Here is Hall. Jaden Hall will skate through central ice. That's going to be offside the line, which will freeze play. 6:37 to go. Still no score here in Scotia 2. Lone game on the docket this afternoon, and then the Dukes and Rebels will play out in Tyne Valley at 7 o'clock. So just the 2 games on highbuttonsports.ca today. Saulnier against DeBay for the face-off to the left side of the broadcast booth, aka the stands here in Scotia 2. It's going to be one back. Is Taylor there to recollect? Taylor, the U15 major Whalers, call up as that will go off a skate off the clearing attempt as Koharski collects from his goaltender. Koharski up the middle, finds Reed LaRue. LaRue will enter the zone and shoot one right into the chest of Pickram, who will cover up off the rebound. LaRue has a booming shot. Played for the Whalers last season. Played half a year this season with the Kings Edgehill Prep School team. He's back down here in Dartmouth. He also played a game for the Woodlawn Panthers the other night, so a lot of different track suits for LaRue this season. As here's Brady. Brady will chip it off the wall, looking to get into the V zone. 6:10 to go in the first. Here's Taylor. Taylor will circle back behind his own net. Taylor will lead the rush for the V's. The youngster takes it wide into the zone. That's going to be played in behind the net. Taylor still has the puck. Gets hit into the wall. Taylor and Saulnier on the forecheck for the Voyageurs. 10 seconds to go on the pound penalty. Here's LaRue. Shot just goes wide off the tip from Saulnier. Comes straight for DeBay. 5 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. V's led back to the power play in just a moment. As Cowan is back on the ice, will stay out there. As it's going to be collected by the Armada and sent down the ice past Taylor. So it looks like Cowan will stay out there for this power play. As here is Hall from behind his own net. 2:24 to go in the power play. Here is Cowan. Gains some speed from behind his own net. Cowan makes a move past Fougier, enters the zone. Will drop it off for Osman. Osman shot low off the pad. Rebound just goes wide of Carew. Here's Jonah Carew, the captain. Plays it up top near the blue line. Uvari's shot will be stopped by Pickram, and there'll be no rebounds. We have 2:04 to go in the power play. 5:09 to go in the period. No changes from either side. Cowan, Uvari, DeMille, Osman, and Carew out there for the man advantage. Fougier will take the face-off against Osman. Or that would be DeMille, rather. Puck is dropped. One back to the point. Here's Osman. Osman plays it over for Cowan. Cowan shot through the screen. Will go off the pad of Pickram. Gets his own rebound. Cowan weaving his way through the slot. Pokes it towards the goal as Uvari couldn't send it on net. Here's DeMille on the goal line. Up top for Cowan. Cowan over cross. Couldn't find Osman in his wheelhouse, so he'll play it back in deep. Uvari from behind the net will turn it over as Macklin will collect and try and clear it all the way down, but Osman gets a piece of it. Comes free in neutral ice. Osman has DeBay on the forward check. Here as Osman still with the puck in the V zone. Comes free. That's going to be sent wide by Fougier on the penalty kill. 4.5 to go in the first. 1:24 to go in the power play. Here is Carew. Jonah Carew will slow things down. Looking for an option. Will take it from behind the net. Over cross for Osman out of his reach as Mackinnon will look to collect and clear it down. He'll hold on to the puck for now as Hall comes on for Carew. That's going to be saucered down the ice Sticked away by Gallagher Temple into the corner. Hall against Fougere for the loose puck. Hall will go around the wall looking for Osman. Osman out of the corner in his own zone in the power play. Finds Saulnier. Luke Saulnier through the middle. Gets hit by Shear as puck will come free for the Armada. Battle ensues as Hall gets tangled up with DeBay. Comes free for Jaden Hall on his own blue line. Drops it off with Koharski. Nate Koharski will backhand it up for DeMille. DeMille trying to chip it for Saulnier, but it's going to go off a skate and will be sent down the ice. 30 seconds to go in the power play. It was a major penalty that caused this man advantage. Sebi Surrett took a 5 in a game, as he will not be returning tonight, or this afternoon, I guess, as here's Hall. Up for LaRue, gets it right back. Hall with 15 seconds to go in the power play. Takes it wide, up top for Koharski. Koharski will hit off the backup goaltender, which will stop play as he is not on the ice surface. 3 1/4 to go in the opening frame. Still no score. This will be both teams' last game of 2025. As Saulnier against Brady for the face-off inside the Basin zone. As that's going to be one back for the Armada. And that clear will just about do it for the major penalty. So a big kill from the Armada as they had 5 minutes of penalty killing time. But it is still scoreless here in Scotia too. As Koharski looking for Hall. Hall will play it up the wall looking for Ayotes. As Erin will collect for the Armada. Erin let a shot go high. It'll go wide of the net. As puck played to the corner. Here's Erin again. Centering pass intercepted by Hall. As Sol look to clear off the wall. Comes free. Here is LaRue. LaRue 2-on-2 with Ayote. Will let a shot go. It's going to be deflected. It'll go wide of the net. LaRue's looking to get everything he can on net. He's a heavy shooter. His puck bouncing in the Armada zone. Comes free for Brady. Brady 3-on-2 for the Armada. Here's Erin in the slot. Shot stop made by Gallagher Temple at the top of his crease. He'll freeze play. 2:21 to go in the first. So Alex White, wear number 3. You see him out there on your screen. Cole Taylor, number 27. And Jack Taylor, number 24. All 3 of those guys are out on the ice right now. Jack Shear, number 17 with no name bar and White, also out there. So 4 U15 major players on the ice right now. As here is Shear. He'll back one towards the zone. It's going to be off a body. Here's Makinen. Plays it over for Fougere. Shot will go into the glove of Gallagher Temple, who will freeze play with a little bit of swagger to that save. No changes on either side. O'Leary against Cowan for the face-off inside the V zone. Puck dropped. Scrum draw. Comes free for White. Pokes it up ahead. There's Taylor. Taylor will look to clear as he gets the red line. Comes free again for Taylor. Shot the pad. Rebound's there for White, but he couldn't bang it home. What a moment that would have been for Alex White here in his home barn to open the scoring for the V's in his first game. It's going to be played behind the net. Here's Makinen. Less than 2 minutes to go in the first. Makinen will look for a lane. We'll go across ice looking for Shear. That will go off the stick of Taylor. Morrison looking to defend the zone entry. Puck comes free on the wall. Now the corner. Battle ensues for the puck. Here is Fougere. Shot at the pad. Cleared away. Comes free for Makinen up top. Makinen's shot just goes off a shin pad once again and wide of the net. 1.5 to go in the first. Puck in the corner. Battle ensues. Comes free. That will exit the zone as here's Count. Count gets hit as he enters the Armada end. Makinen will take over. Here is Makinen, the veteran defenseman, gets tangled up with McDonald's. Poked free by Morrison. Count recollects the V's. Plays up through the middle. Will go off the stick of Muse and inside the Armada bench, which will freeze play with 61 seconds to go in the opening frame. They'll drop the puck inside the Armada zone. Puck dropped. It's going to be played around the wall. It's going to be sent down the ice. As chance in front, DeBay sent towards the goal. Rebound! They score! DeBay let the original shot go. And Ald was there to find the loose change in the Armada with 49 seconds to go in the opening frame. get the first goal, as it's all number 21 with the rebound. Finds the back of the net. So those last minute goals are always tough, as you want to head into the locker room on a high note, but the V's won't be doing so unless they can find an equalizer here with 40 seconds to go. As here's Hall over to Kaharski. Back for Hall. Hall played up through the middle of the ice, picked up by McNeil. He'll go D to Todd. Todd goes cross ice, will go off the skate as we sent in deep. As Shearer on the forecheck. Hall looking to clear as Osmond finds it on the boards. He gets hit by Bungay, who came pinching in. Here's DeMille. Up for Uvar, he can handle the pass. 20 seconds to go. McNeil looking to get the puck in deep, makes a hit in the process. Puck comes free. That's going to be knocked off the stick. 6 seconds to go. Shot from the point will be deflected wide by Koharski, and that's going to do it for the first 20 minutes of play. So a late goal from the Armada is the difference in this one so far. 1-0's your score after 20. We'll take a quick break. You're tuned into High Button Sports. Our coverage of the U16 AAA League will continue after this brief intermission. Welcome back inside Scotia 2. You're watching High Button Sports coverage of the Nova Scotia U16 AAA Hockey League as the V's are back out there on the ice here on home soil. 1-0 is your score. It was Mason Ault with 40 seconds to go in the opening frame with the only goal. The Armada killed off a 5-minute major penalty to Subby Surrett, who will not be returning tonight, as he laid a hit on Ryan Morris in the corner, which caused him to be exited from this game. V's weren't able to capitalize on that power play, obviously, as they have not scored yet today. We'll take a few moments to let the ice dry here in Scotia 2. Later on tonight, the Western Rebels will take on the Eastern Dukes over in Tyne Valley. That's the second of 2 games on the docket on highbuttonsports.ca on this holiday Saturday. So I should correct myself. There's 2 APs on the Armada. Number 17 is Ben Casper, and number 15 is Jack Shear. Casper out there for the opening draw, as Saulnier and DeBay will take the face-off at center ice to officially start the second period. So the Armada are up 1 goal here in Cole Harbour on a Saturday matinee to end off the calendar year for both teams. As here's LaRue out of the corner. Pass to Uvari, centering shot, and a save from Pickram right off the hop, as LaRue found Uvari, who fed a pass to Saulnier, who directed it on goal, but Pickram up the glove. Keeps it 1-0 for his team with a huge stop in the early goings of this second period. Same 10 stay out there to bag against Saulnier once again. As puck will drop to the glove side of Pickram. That's going to be won back by the Armada, but sent in deep, but turned over, as here is DeBay. Devin DeBay will take it wide as he enters the zone. Shot will go over the net off the entry as Uvari looking for it. Brady plays it in deep. Brady, pass in front, will go over the stick of DeBay, is picked up by LaRue. LaRue will go off the boards. That's going to be picked up by Todd. LaRue on the forecheck will get a piece of his man. As I mentioned before, LaRue, this is the 4th team he's played for this season. Started the year off at the King's Edgehill School Highlanders. That's going to be a nice and call. And then played a game for the Woodlawn Panthers a couple weeks ago, and then is on the U18 AA Dartmouth Whalers roster. And he is considered a affiliate player for the Voyageurs. Wearing number 2 in blue today, Reed LaRue. That's Alex White, also a newcomer for the Voyageurs, playing his first game. He plays U15 Major for the Harbor Rage here in this facility. He's out there with Taylor. Cole and Jack Taylor also playing their first game for the Voyageurs, number 24 and 27. As here's a chance to Mill. Has it behind the net. Blake DeMille looking to play it out of the corner. Gets tangled up with Thompson. Comes back free for DeMille. He'll cycle it in deep looking for Taylor. Taylor gets knocked off the puck by Thompson, who will flick it out of the zone. Koharski will race to the puck. He has Brady on him. He'll go D-to-D over Carew. Carew plays it up for White, who will deflect it inside the zone. Thompson, first player on the puck, as he has Taylor on the forecheck. Thompson gets by him. Thompson will circle back in his own zone, looking to get by the forecheck. Plays it up for Erin. Erin will lead the rush for the Armada. Has White on the back check as Koharski gets a piece of the puck on the entry. Here's DeBay out of the goal line, sent towards the goal as Makinen got tangled up with White. Couldn't get the puck on net. Here's Makinen. Gets hit into the wall by Carew. Puck comes free again as this time it's Fougier gets hit. Another hit will free up the puck. Here's DeMille looking to clear. Up for White, he couldn't handle the pass as Makinen will intercept and send it back in deep. Carew looking to clear. That will go off the glass. That's going to be whistled down. Might have been a hand pass. They'll drop the puck in neutral ice. O'Leary against Cowan for the face-off. Puck dropped. One back by the Armada, but out of the reach of Pinow is LaRue on the forecheck. Pinow goes over to Makinen. Puck comes free on the wall. V's looking to get on the board here in the second period, but that will escape the zone. Here's Erin. Erin will take it wide as Taylor will defend him. Erin has it in the corner. Gets hit off the puck for a moment. Comes free for Fougier. Here's Zach Fougier from behind his own net, looking to center, will go off a skate. Rebounds there for Erin, and will go off a body once again. Centering pass will go off the side of the net as Fougier had a chance. Puck comes free on the wall. Armada have it for a moment, but Taylor will collect, looking for Cound. That will be played back into the zone. Cound over to Hall. Back for Cound as he'll lead the rush for the V's. Poked off the puck. Here's Fougier. Erin had a shot go. Might have been deflected wide of the net. 3 minutes have gone here in the second period. That's going to be sent back in deep by the Armada. Good shift from this line. Fougier out there. He leads the Armada in scoring this season. Puck in the corner. Taylor battling for the puck for the V's. Comes free. Pass up for LaRue. Will go off his stick. Sent the other way. Erin makes a move as he enters the zone. Erin let a shot go into the glove of Gallagher Temple. And there'll be no rebound for number 30 in blue. Scrum out to the whistle once again. I expect to see lots of that as this game progresses. The V's did not like that hit on Morris in the first period, which caused Surrett to get ejected. So expect a bit of bad blood from that. Looks like no penalties will come out of that. Or they might send Hall. Or nope. Not sure what's going on here. There might be a penalty. A little bit of confusion on both sides here. But it looks like it'll remain 5 on 5. V's penalty box is now open. V's bench looking for an explanation. As they'll send Count to the box, just the one guy. Not sure how you don't send two guys there in this circumstance. So it's just the V's will be penalized. So a power play for the Armada, who are up a goal already. 16 and a half to go in the second period. As that's going to be one back to the point. Here's Makinen. Back for O'Leary. O'Leary over to Makinen. Makinen shot through the screen, will be off the pad and sent to the corner. As here's Hakala. Plays it up on top. Makinen will play it offside as that escaped the zone. So V's looking to kill off this power play as Morris out there for the face-off. He took that hit in the first period, but he's back out there for this penalty kill. It's going to be one back by the Armada. Makinen will return the pass over to O'Leary as he enters the zone. Seth O'Leary will play it down low for Fougier. Up top, Makinen gets the pass over for DeBay. DeBay centering shot will go on goal, and they score. Might have went off the stick of the defender in front, but the Armada have a 2-goal lead. Power play goal as DeBay will take credit. Might have deflected off of a V's twig in front off the centering pass. So a power play goal for Basin. They're up 2-0. Tough break for them as they got that questionable penalty, and it ends up in the back of the net. So great puck movement from the Armada on that power play results in the goal as Hall will send it in deep. Bungay will collect the dump in. It goes up the boards. Armada looking to clear out of their own zone. It's going to be sent back in deep by the forecheck of Uvari. Here's McNeil battling with Muse for the puck. McNeil looking to clear. Gets tangled up with Muse. That's going to come free for Shearer. Centering pass will go off the skate of Hakala. Comes free for Hall off the wall. Hall will chip it up ahead, picked off by Shearer. Comes free for Uvari, who will circle back towards the Armada zone. Shot off the rush will go wide of the net. 15 and a half to go in the second period. These down by a pair here at home. As here comes Shearer. Jack Shearer might have a step to the net, but good back check from Carew as he couldn't get a shot off. Here's Shearer again, looking to center it. That will go off his stick. Hakala looking for it. Up top for Bungay. Shot will go wide of the net through the screen. Here's Shearer. Sent back in deep for Auld. Auld gets tangled up with Hall. Puck comes free for Carew. Gets hit in the boards by Shearer. As here is Shearer again. He gets hit in the wall. So teams exchanging hits. As Auld got a piece of Saulnier in the corner. As here is McNeil behind his own net. Physicality ramping up here in the second period. McNeil Up for Brady, gets hit by Hall as he deflects it into the zone. Battle ensues for the loose puck. Carew looks to get there first against Brady. Hall will collect, but fanned on the pickup, as here is a pass in front that's going to be intercepted, as that was all looking to center the puck, looking to clear the V's, and be kept in by McNeil, but that's going to be a hand pass, which will stop play. With 14.5 to go. So Armada just scored a few moments ago in the power play to make it 2-0. They had the late first period goal as well. Devin DeBay took credit for the second goal, and it was Mason Auld who scored the first one. As DeBay in for the face-off against DeMille, right in front of the Armada bench. Puck dropped, one to the wall. Here's Todd. Todd will get the red line and send it in deep as he takes a hit in the process from DeMille. Comes free at the top, Thompson for DeBay. Shot will go off the blocker of Gallagher Temple. Some back in deep, here's Brady. Centering pass will go off the stick of Morrison and will clear to the corner. 6 minutes have gone here in the second period. As White looking for the puck in neutral ice. Puck bouncing for White as they'll look to clear. Poked up ahead, Todd makes the play up for DeBay. DeBay will clear in the opposite corner as Morrison will shoulder check, looking to make a play. Will go over for Taylor, who will chip it off the wall. Looking for DeMille, that's going to be kept in by the Armada. Battle ensues to the puck on the wall. That will be played in the corner, 2-on-2 down low. Picked up by Morrison behind his own net. He'll cycle it for Taylor. Taylor looking to clear as he'll get hit in the process, but makes the play. Puck comes free, neutral ice as Taylor on the forecheck. Pass intercepted by DeMille. Here is Blake DeMille looking to toe drag his way through off the skate. Here's Taylor. Taylor has the puck. Will send it towards the goal as Pickram played it to the side of the net, but able to cover up was the Armada goaltender. So Cole Taylor, number 27, Jack Taylor, number 24. As LaRue, Count, and Osmond will take the face-off here inside the offensive zone. The V's could use a goal here soon. Puck dropped. One to the point. Here's Hall. Will play it towards the corner. Count against Pina as Count reverse hits his man. Puck comes free for Erin. Chance here for Fougere as he has a step on the defender. Here's Fougere. Takes it wide. Shot off the blocker of Gallagher Temple. Big stop there from number 30 in blue as Makinen plays over to Pinow at the blue line. Pinow shot through the screen will be saved by Gallagher Temple. Here's Erin. Erin will play it on the wall. Gets hit in the boards. LaRue looking to clear. V's have possession. Here comes Cowan, but knocked off the puck. Comes free for LaRue. Reed LaRue will start the rush for the V's. He enters the zone. Will hold on to it and shoot one, looking to go cross body, but it's going to go wide of the net. As penalty coming up here against the Armada. A few shoves after the whistle. Let's see if they'll take both guys here. Looks like Erin will be the guilty party as him and Hall have a few words for each other. So back to the power play for the V's. So sorry about that, folks. Lost internet connection there, but still 2-0 for the Armada. There is 8 minutes to go in the second period. A random glitch there, but there was no goal scored. That the V's took a penalty. Nate Koharski's in the box. So the Armada are currently on the power play. Here's Todd as Thompson has the blue line. Intercepted by Ayotte. It will send it down towards the Armada end. Picked up. Here's Thompson. Todd up for Thompson. Erin looking for the pass as Ayotte will intercept. Here come the Armada. Erin pass in front will go off the skate. As here's a chance for Taylor to clear, and that will be sent down the ice. Pickram leaves it for Thompson. 7:40 to go during the second period. As Ayotte nearly hits Thompson but misses him. As we're back to 5-on-5. Here is Auld looking to make a play as he gets tangled up in the wall. So that's going to be played down the ice. Thompson against DeMille for the puck. Battle ensues in the corner. 7:10 to go. Here is Taylor on the forecheck looking to wrap it through. He jams away. That's going to be covered up by Pickram, which will stop play with about 7 minutes to go. So face-off will be in the Armada end. DeMille against DeBay. Puck dropped. One back. Here's Carew. Plays in the corner. DeMille looking for the puck on the wall. Play down low for Taylor. That will come free. Makinen against White for the loose puck. Makinen pinned to the wall. Plays it up ahead for DeBay. It's picked up by Shearer. Here is Jack Shearer, 1-on-2. Plays it wide. Pass ahead on the return pass for Shearer. Will go off the stick of Gallagher Temple. 6.5 to go. Centering pass intercepted by White. Sears Taylor. Saucer to the middle. Poked up ahead by Carew. Carew will hold on to the puck on the wall. Plays it up ahead. As Makinen finds Shearer. Shearer will be offside. He enters the zone. They'll drop the puck and neutral ice right in front of the Armada bench. One back. Here's Pinow up for Brady. Intercepted as Hall takes over. Jaden Hall over to Kaharski. Nate Kaharski has the puck. Looking to clear. Play to the boards. Count. Looking to get loose, but Pinow couldn't get there in time. His puck on the wall. Battle ensues as Osmond looking for the loose puck, comes free. Pass over is going to be intercepted by Brady. Brady will go up the boards. Might be an icing call here, but Hackla might outrace it as that's going to be no icing on the play. Play behind the net. Hall gets hung up with Brady. Here is Hall out of the corner. 5.5 to go in the second period. Still 2-0 for the Armada. Here's Count. Played up ahead, but it's going to be sent back towards the V's end as Hall will collect it from his goaltender. Hall will slow things down. Here's Jaden Hall. Up head for Count. Intercepted by Brady at the blue line. Brady over for Hackla. Hackla will send it towards the goal. Just goes wide. Puck comes free on the wall. Brady up for Bungay. It's a shot goal as it's going to be covered up by Gallagher Temple. There'll be no rebound. Face off inside the V zone. Saulnier against O'Leary. Puck is one back. Here's Ayotte. Plays it up the wall. Battle for possession. Erin gets there first, but picked off by LaRue. Here comes Reed LaRue to the goal. LaRue makes a move, but back check from Erin. Gets the puck back to the Armada. Will make the play over to O'Leary. Sent in deep. Taylor against Fougere as he'll get hit into the boards. 4:40 to go in the second period. Erin pass in front. O'Leary shot scores. Nice pass from Erin to find O'Leary. He goes post in, and it's 3-0 for the Armada. 4.5 to go in the second period. Armada score again. Erin to O'Leary for the goal. Morris against DeBay for the face-off. Puck dropped. One back, but Carew could handle it as Gallagher Temple leaves it for Morrison. Morrison will cycle it for Carew. Nice exchange as he had the forecheck on him. Played up the boards. Muse looking to center it. That will go off the stick of Morrison. That's going to be sent in deep by Shearer. Play to the wall. Battle ensues for the puck. Muse looking to clear. Comes free. As here's McNeil pinching in. McNeil takes to the boards as Morrison can get the puck off him. Here's DeBay. DeBay will let a shot go into the glove of Gallagher Temple, and rebound will be covered up by the V's goaltender. .345 to go. 3-0 now for Basin. We'll drop the puck to the glove side of number 30 in blue. DeMille against Hakala for the draw. Puck is dropped as Hall will collect. Here's Jaden Hall. Will go off the glass in the clear. It's going to be gloved down by the Armada. Sent back in. Battle for the puck. Here is Casper sent in deep. Centering pass will off his skate as Brady has it behind the net. Brady will make a move. Pass to Mill. Hold on to the puck. Centering pass will be deflected on goal. Will make a move. Pass to Mill. Hold on to the puck. Centering pass will be deflected on goal by Casper, but save made by Gallagher Temple. As here is White the other way. White will send it in deep. Battle ensues. Thompson against White. Puck comes free. Centering pass will miss everybody. Comes on the stick of Brady. 3 minutes to go in the period. As Brady looking for that loose puck. Brady on the goal line. Centering pass will go off the pad. Here's Taylor looking to clear. Gets hit in the wall by Casper. Penalty coming up in front as Kowarski gets a shove in the crease. So with 2:53 to go in the second period, the V's will have the man advantage once again. Welcome back for the third period of play here at Cole Harbour Place, Scotia 2, Saturday matinee during the holidays. Voyageurs and the Armada. Armada scored the opening goal with 40 seconds remaining in the first period, and then they scored a pair as Devin DeBay scored the second goal, and Seth O'Leary made it 3-0. And that's our story so far. No scoring yet for the Voyageurs here at home. They're down by 3 here with 20 minutes of fresh time in the start of the third period. DeBay against DeMille for the opening draw, and we are underway in the third period as here is Ayotte will fake the pass and eventually find Taylor. Taylor out there of his brother, Jack and Cole. As here is Alex White, another AP U15 major player out there in this game. There's 4 of them in total between the two teams. Centering pass will be intercepted by the Armada. As here comes Ald. He has scored the opening goal in this game with 40 seconds to go in the first. So he'll collect his own dump in as Taylor will get hit into the wall by DeBay. Comes free for DeMille. DeMille fans on the pass. Shear on the forecheck will free up the puck. As here is the Armada. It's going to be intercepted by Taylor. Taylor over cross. Looking for DeMille. That'll be sent the other way by Bungay as he gets the interception. Here's Ayotte. Henry Ayotte will try and spin out the forecheck as Shear. Finds Taylor. Taylor up for Muse, can handle the pass as Bungay will send it back in deep. As here's Ald. Ald looking to dance by the defenders. Finds DeBay. Up top for McNeil. McNeil will walk in and shoot one low, deflected wide off the shin pad of Ald. We got in front of that one unintentionally. He's still out there to start this period. Here's Taylor. Taylor will flick it through neutral ice. That's going to be all the way down. And that will make its way into Pickram, so there'll be no icing on the play. As pass will make its way on the stick of Casper. We'll chip it ahead. As Morrison will send it right back in deep as Bungay will just leave it there as he's changing. Here's McDonald up ahead to the net, but couldn't find Muse, who was streaking to the blue paint. Pickram finds it instead and will cover up for the whistle. 2.5 have gone. Morris, McDonald, and Muse out there for this face-off in the offensive zone. Hackler will take the draw against Morris. Puck dropped. 1 to the point. Here's Morrison. Plays it in deep as he takes a hit in the process. Comes free for Pinow. Pinow will try and clear, kept in by Morrison. Sent back in deep as McNeil pokes it by the forecheck of McDonald. Puck play to the corner. Comes free for Hackala. Hackala will try and chip it into the zone looking for Casper. That's going to be offside as puck came back on his stick unintentionally. 18:02 to go. The Western Rebels and Eastern Dukes will play Game 2 of the Summit Series later on the night in Tyne Valley. The Summit Series being the 3 regular season games between the 2 PEI rivals. It's turned into a huge rivalry in this league. They both joined the league 2 seasons ago, the Eastern Dukes and the Western Rebels. It's part of an expansion. And they've quickly turned into 2 of the top teams in the league every season. As here is Count. Will take it behind the net. Count can't get by the forecheck of Aaron. Comes free to the corner. Count will recollect. There's Braden Count, the Voyageurs' leading scorer. Will take it through the middle of the ice. Enters the zone, goes wide, puts the brakes on. Shot will go wide of the net, out the entry. Comes free at the opposite wall. Armada looking to clear. Kept in at the blue line for a moment by Taylor. Pinow finds it over to Makinen as the Armada will recollect. Pass up ahead will go off the body of Aaron and deep. That's going to be an icing call. Despite it being deflected on the other side of the red line, Matt Donnelly does not like that icing call. Let's see if they drop it at center ice after a discussion. And it looks like they will. So the linesmen will correct their mistake and deem it no icing, so they'll drop it at center ice. Skoharski couldn't handle it off the face-off one, as he'll be forced to take it back into his own zone. Skoharski goes off the glass, comes free for Thompson. Thompson will be intercepted by Uvari, but it's going to be offside the line as LaRue. A little too early to get into the zone. About 3 minutes have gone. A couple whistles to start things off into the third period. V's could use a goal here soon to get back in striking distance. Saulnier against DeBay for the face-off. One ahead by DeBay as he'll enter the zone on the left side. Devin DeBay had the second goal in the game as centering pass will go off his stick and wide. Thompson looking for it. That's going to be played up ahead. Saulnier over to LaRue. Enters the zone. That's going to be offside the line. As Shear gives LaRue a shove. He let the shot go as the whistle was blowing. Shear did not like that. So, no penalties come out of that scrum. Still 5-on-5. DeMille against Hakala for the face-off in front of the Armada bench. Puck dropped. One over to White as Ayotte will collect it. Here's Henry Ayotte. Will look to dump it in. Sent to the corner. Puck comes free on the wall as V's able to keep it inside the zone for a moment. White in on the forecheck against Thompson. Thompson gets by him. As White's still in there on the forecheck as Taylor joins him. Way to the line. Ayotte looking to hold the zone. It's going to be sent the other way. Here come the Armada. Here's Hakala. Shot looking for the top shelf. It was number 34. Just misses wide off the entry shot as here's Ayotte. Ayotte will play to the wall. Clear out of the zone. Picked up by Thompson. Charlie Thompson gets by DeMille. Still has the puck. Thompson takes it wide. Shot towards the goal. Blocked by Ayotte. As Taylor will play it behind the net. Comes free in the corner. McNeil keeps it alive. As here's Brady. Brady centering pass will go off the side of the net. DeMille will collect. Looking to clear. That's going to be sent the other way, but DeMille will recollect. DeMille centering pass. Finds McDonald. McDonald's all alone on the breakaway. Shot safe. Rebound is going to be stopped as well. As great pass from DeMille to free up McDonald on the breakaway. But that's going to be a save by Pickram. McDonald had two whacks at it, but unable to find the back of the net with number 15 in blue. As it is still 3-0. O'Leary against Morris for the draw. Puck dropped. Scrum draw comes free for the Armada. Here's Erin. Erin will play to the middle. Finds Fougere. 2-on-1 with O'Leary. Fougere. To O'Leary. Backhand save made. That's a great deflection in front. Rebounds loose, but cleared away by McDonald as the goaltender was down and out. That's going to be sent the other way. A foot race for the puck. Muse against Bungay. Muse out beats the man as centering pass off the pad. Rebound as Uvari was tangled up. Couldn't get the shot that he wanted. Still 3-0 here in Cole Harbour. As here's Bungay. Bungay will flick it through neutral ice, looking to spring Fougere. As he'll glove it down in the corner. Fougere finds O'Leary. O'Leary's shot will go wide of the net, looking for that awkward angle. As White finds Osmond. Osmond up ahead for Morris, can handle the pass. Is ahead of him. Puck comes free. McNeil off the hop will play it for his goaltender. Gets it right back. McNeil as he has Osmond on the forecheck. Played up the boards as that's going to be off the skate of the linesman. Comes free for Fougere. Fougere with Erin on the 2-on-3. Fougere centering pass, looking for Erin, but he couldn't play it. Here's Finau. Shot tipped just wide by Fougere. Puck through the corner. Here's Hall. Up for Osmond as Cowan streaking ahead, looking for him as that's going to be intercepted by Mackinnon. Good job there to intercept that as that's going to be played on goal off the dump in. Hall collects it from his goaltender. Jaden Hall looks to get by the forecheck. Finds Kaharski. Played up the boards. Played to the middle, but nobody was home to collect the pass. Mackinnon will intercept, but he's offside, so he leaves it for Osmond. Here is Kane Osmond up for White. White goes skate to stick, looking to start the play. Plays it back for Carew. Jonah Carew will go up the boards, looking for Count. Braden Count gets hit by Shear. Able to hold on to the puck, though. Count up for Kaharski. Kaharski will play it back and goes over to Carew. Carew up for Uvari, who will chip it into the Armada bench once again. As the Armada are doing a great job of smothering the Voyageurs today. Not really many clean plays from them. As everything's been off the glass and out, no real clean exchange or passes. You got to credit the Armada defense. Face-off will be right in front of the V's bench. Puck dropped. One back. Here's Thompson. DDD over to Todd. Todd looking through the middle. It's going to go off a body. Sent down towards Gallagher Temple. He leaves it for Taylor. Taylor will go up for Uvari. One touch will be intercepted by Todd. Will send it back in deep. 13.5 to go in the third. Here's Carew. Carew over to Taylor. Taylor finds Uvari as his centering pass will be once again intercepted. As I just mentioned, the Armada doing a great job of smothering the V's in neutral ice as they can't seem to get many clean exchanges. As you see there, LaRue was tangled up. He couldn't accept the pass. That's going to end up on net as LaRue has a few words for Thompson, and DeBay comes in to give him a shove. There's a few words from both sides after the whistle. Don't think we'll see a penalty out of this unless LaRue just took one, but doesn't look like it. So DeMille against Hakala for the face-off inside the Armada zone. 13 minutes to go in the third period. V's could use a goal here soon. Here's DeMille, shot off the pad as Taylor looking for the rebound, but he was tangled up from Hakala. Puck in the corners. Taylor gets a shove into the wall. Played up top. Here is Jack Taylor looking to hold it in as White will turn it over to Hakala. Here's Joel Hakala, 2-on-2 at Brady. Enters the zone through the middle, but good stick by Ayotte will clear up the puck. Played behind the net. A centering pass, that took a funny hop. Comes free for Taylor. As two players hang up behind the net. There's Taylor streaking through to the goal, but gets picked off the puck as McNeil will collect for the Armada. No penalty behind the play. Here's DeMille. DeMille shot low, redirected, but able to get the block was the Armada there. Comes free for Ayotte, who'll try and chip it back in. DeMille had that bounce over his stick as he'll be forced to play it back in his own zone. Put up the wall looking for Muse, that'll miss him. Comes free for Bungay. Bungay, nice saucer pass to find O'Leary. O'Leary enters the zone on the right side, makes a move, but he can't get by the defender. Good stick from Hall. Puck on the boards. Comes free. Here's O'Leary. Pass in front, tip just wide by Fougere as net came off in the play, which will stop play. Face off will be to the left side of Gallagher Temple. O'Leary against Morris. One back is nearly a tap-in goal for Fougere at the face-off as he just missed the pass as played to the wall. McDonald looking to clear. McDonald looking for Morris as Muse finds it. Pass up ahead. Here's Ryan Morris. Shot, scores! Ryan Morris! And it's a 2-goal game. Top shelf for the assistant captain Morris. And the V's will not go away quietly. It's a 3-1 score now. Ryan Morris gets the goal. So it is now a 2-goal lead for the Armada as Makinen will collect up the face-off. Makinen loses the puck as Hall plays up for Osman. Here come the V's. Pass for Cowan. Cowan back for Osman. Osman has the puck. As good back check will alleviate the opportunity. Comes free. Here's Erin with O'Leary. Erin will get knocked out the puck as Hall will collect. Hall looking for DeMille. That's going to be intercepted. Here's Erin. Gets knocked off the puck, sent in deep. Hall against Erin for the loose puck. Is the intensity ramping up now? The home crowd is back in it. Here's Count. Braden Count through the slot area will start the rush for the V's. Count goes skate to stick in neutral ice, enters the zone. Will shoot one off the rush, will go off a stick and wide. Osman there to collect. Comes free up top for Kaharski, sent back in deep. Expect to see lots of Count as this game progresses for the V's. As here is Todd looking to clear. Or the Armada. Well, a poke check will free up the puck as Ald will recollect. Up for DeBay. Devin DeBay. Over for Sheard. Sheard will drag and shoot one. That's going to be blocked and off a deflection goes wide. Todd will keep it in deep. Carew back to collect it. Here's the captain, Jonah Carew, looking to get by the forecheck. Chips it ahead, but it's going to be kept in by Todd. As that shot will be deflected on net, but good save from Gallagher Temple. Puck in the corner as we're about halfway through the third period. 2-goal game for the Armada. As here's Koharski looking to clear. Here is DeMille now. Lake DeMille chips it ahead, finds Osman, enters the zone, but it's going to be offside. DeBay will send it the other way as the V's are changing. Here comes Devin DeBay, streaking through. Shot will be stopped. Rebound's there, and they score! And just like that, the Armada are back up top by 3. As Mason Auld with his second of the game. 4-1 is the score now. V's get caught on a change. Rebound was right there in the slot. Auld one times it in the back of the net. 9:44 to go in the third. Armada back up by 3. That's going to be one back for Bungay. Bungay will go through the middle. Picked off by Salme, but he can't go get the puck as he's offside. Here is McNeil. McNeil is his pass nearly intercepted. Puck on the wall. Played up ahead. So that's going to be sent down towards the zone. Gallagher Temple will cover things up. So all from DeBay and Bungay on that one. 9.5 to go here in the third. Both teams exchanging goals. Morris made it 3-1, and then Auld scores second of the game to make it 4-1. As here's Bungay from the shot. This goes off the pad and into the corner. Comes free. Hall looking for it. He has a chance to clear. Played back for Morrison. As he has Casper on him in the forward check. That's going to be sent on goal. Tipped off the pad of Gallagher Temple. As here's Hall. Hall will play it up ahead for Reed LaRue. LaRue has Uvari streaking through. Nice pass. Uvari's shot. Stop made. As a nifty pass from Reed LaRue. A no-looker from on the backhand. Found Uvari the trailer. But he couldn't finish off the play. Inside 9 minutes to go. As Cowan back out there for the face-off. Puck comes free off the draw as Taylor looking to poke it home, but that's going to be sent down the ice. Carew back to retrieve it. Here's Jonah Carew inside his own circle. We'll play it up for Taylor. That'll be deflected in deep. Mackinnon back to retrieve it as Cowan on the forward check. Mackinnon goes up the boards as Carew holds the line as he came pinching in. O'Leary looking for a loose puck. Comes free at the blue line for the Armada. Puck bouncing. O'Leary will use his glove to collect it. Here is Seth O'Leary. Enters wide. Drags his way through, but can't get by Kaharski. And it's going to be a penalty on the play against the Voyageurs. Both referees put their arm up on the play. Tripping is the signal from the referee. Looks like White will be the penalized player for the V's. So the Armada, who are up by 3, will head the power play with 8:17 to go in the third. Morris against O'Leary for the draw. Puck dropped, one back to the point. Here is P now. So Armada taking no chances that they have 2 defensemen out there for this power play. That's going to be sent down the ice as Pickram out to play it. Pickram finds Mackinnon. Mackinnon will lead the rush for the Armada on the man advantage. Mackinnon takes it wide on the entry. Goes behind the net, looking to set up on the power play. Mackinnon will slow things down. Play to the point for Pinow. Pinow back for Mackinnon. Mackinnon will look to play it across, but good stick will prevent that. Here's Mackinnon on the half wall. Over for O'Leary. O'Leary up top for Pinow. Back for O'Leary. O'Leary will shoot towards the goal, tipped just wide by Fougere. As rebound will be sent towards the goal, but cleared away. As nearly sticked off the puck was Pinow, but comes free for O'Leary. Good escape move by number 22 to get by the forecheck of McDonald. Here's O'Leary again. Pokes it to the corner. Clear. That's me. Sent towards the one marker. Looks like Erin got the last touch there. So the Armada score once again on the man advantage. It's a 4-goal lead now. .7:13 to go in the third. DeBay against Cowan for the draw. One ahead as Shear will whack it towards the V zone. Hits a body on the way through. Scrum on the wall. Here's Cowan looking to chip it ahead. Count out there with Osman and Muse. There's Todd in his own zone. Up ahead, picked off by Count. Braden Count gets knocked off the puck for a moment. Gets it back. Looking for Osman as Muse finds it. Muse will send it towards the goal. Glove down by Prickram, who will leave it for Thompson. Thompson up for Shear. Shear looking for it. That's going to be picked off as played up ahead. Shear gets it right back. Jack Shear will play to the wall. 6.5 to go as that's going to be a penalty on the play. Another tripping call. And looks like Count will be the guilty party for the V's. You can sense the frustration from the home crowd as the Armada, who have been great in the power play, will head back to man advantage. Bungay, McNeil, Shearer, DeBay, and Ald out there. As Ald is on hat-trick watch with 2 goals in the afternoon. Looking for his third. It's played over. Here's DeBay. Shot through the screen. Will go off the body and out of play. Face-off will remain inside the V zone. DeBay against Salmier for the draw. Puck dropped. One to the point. Puck bouncing for Uvari, looking to clear. Kept in by Shear. Shear will play it towards the corner. Played ahead by Carew. That will escape the zone. Bungay will go off the wall for DeBay. DeBay back over for McNeil. McNeil passes ahead for DeBay. Enters the zone on the right side. Will put the brakes on the half wall. Plays it up top. This comes free for DeBay. Leaves it for Bungay. Bungay will shoot one through the screen. Tipped just wide by Ald. Looking for the hat trick is number 21 in white. Pass up ahead here. Shear shot off the post. That close for the Armada to get another power play goal. This here's DeBay again. DeBay over for McNeil. McNeil looking to clear as Ayo gets a stick on it. That will make its way into the twig of Bungay, who will go off the glass. Here's Shear. Enters wide right. Plays it down low for Ald. Ald gets hit by Ayot on the wall. That'll free up the puck for a moment. Battle ensues. 50 seconds to go on the power play for the Armada. Here's Carew, loses the puck. Here's Hakala. Shot will go into the chest of Gallagher Temple, and he'll freeze play. I look at the standings here. I'll give it a second. So it looks like the Armada will close in on the Dukes. So 2 points for the Armada will put them at 29. Dukes are at 30. Of course, the Dukes play tonight against the Rebels over in Tyne Valley. So the Dukes could regain their 3-point lead in the standings. But the Armada will stay in 4th place for the new year. But they'll be closer to the top as here is Hakla. Shot towards the goal. Rebound covered up by Gallagher Temple. Scrum ensues. No penalties out of that one. 4:46 to go in the frame. Armada up by 4. V's cut the lead to 2, but 2 quick ones from Basin have them up 5-1. Face off. One ahead. Here's Muse. Play to the line. Kept in by Makinen. Makinen will take it wide. 9 seconds to go on the power play. Sent in deep. Here's Brady up for Casper. That will end up back for Makinen, but he hit a stick and that will go out of play. Four and a half to go. 2 seconds on the power play for the Armada as Count has his hand on the handle looking to get back out there. We'll drop the puck. One back as Count's back out there, so V's kill off the penalty. As here's LaRue. LaRue up for White. That went off his stick. Comes free. Koharski looking for it. We'll play it back. Finds Morrison. Up for LaRue. LaRue looking to spring Taylor, but good stick by Pinow. As a bright spot today for the V's would be number 3 in blue, or 2 in blue rather. That is Reed LaRue having a good debut for the V's. As he leads a hit on Pinow. As Casper looking to clear. Battle ensues in front of the Armada bench. Taylor tangled up with Hakala. LaRue and Casper going at it now as Taylor will send it in deep for LaRue. Here is Reed LaRue looking for an option, centering passing for White will go off a stick. 3:40 to go now in the third. Here is Taylor up top, over for Morrison. Will collect on his backhand, sent in deep. LaRue finds it behind the net, looking to center it, but that will go off the side of the cage. Play it up top. Here's Kaharski's shot blocked in front by Brady. As Brady will lead the rush for the Armada, might have a step to the goal. Brady takes it wide, puts the brakes on as his teammates are changing. Played up ahead by Kaharski, but picked off by Thompson. As Thompson will get the blue line and send it in deep, as Kaharski will go off the glass, looking for a bounce of the V's. Thompson will collect. Thompson will go up the boards, comes free, neutralized for McDonald. Colton McDonald has the puck, will send it towards the goal, just goes wide. Fougier will collect off the wall, but Morris couldn't find the hop as it's going to be a 2-on-2. Fougier and Erin shot right into the glove of Gallagher Temple, who will make no mistake and freeze play. Inside 3 minutes to go. They'll drop the puck to the blocker's side of the goaltender inside the V zone. O'Leary against Morris for the draw. One back for Carew. So find Ayotte. Played it through the middle for McDonald. McDonald loses the puck. O'Leary will play it back towards the V's end, but picked off by Carew. Carew looking to clear. Can't get by O'Leary at the blue line. Here is Seth O'Leary with a goal in this game already. Will fire one over the net. Makes his way around the wall. Sent back in deep by the Armada. They've been doing a good job of holding the zone tonight. As here's Muse, as McDonald up ahead will look to spring him, and he will. McDonald has more shooting to the net, but couldn't find him as Thompson tangles him up. 2:20 to go in the period. Morrison on the forecheck with McDonald. 2-on-2 down low. Comes free for McDonald. Loses the puck to Thompson. Played up the boards. Hall pinching in. Will keep it inside the zone for a moment, but loses the puck to Fougier. Fougier with Erin on the 2-on-2. Fougier gets by Muse. Here's Fougier to the goal, but Erin was tangled up. Couldn't tap that one home. Inside 2 minutes to go here in the third. Here's Muse. Will play it back inside his own zone. Here is Hall. Hall will turn over. Here's Erin. Erin to the goal. Poked off the puck as that's going to be played up ahead for Uvari. Here's Darcy Uvari. Will lose the puck and neutralize. Comes free for Osman. Play to the blue line as Saulnier will try and dump it back in. Saulnier holds the line for a moment, but quickly turned over. Here's Shear as he almost got blew up there by Osman. Put it back for Bungay. Bungay up for Shear. Finds Ald. Ald back for Bungay. Uvari on the forecheck. 1:20 to go in the period. Here's Bungay. Over to McNeil. McNeil looking to clear. That'll make its way to neutral ice. Here is Hall. Jaden Hall has Ald on him. Ald is on hat-trick watch with 2 goals as we're approaching the last minute of play as Uvari will chip it in deep. Battle ensues for the puck. McNeil against Uvari. Comes free on the goal line. Here's Osman. Kane Osman has the puck on the wall. Takes it up top. Will cycle it back in deep, but right on the stick of Ald, who will clear it down the ice. Osman, last man back, will collect. Here's Kane Osman with 40 seconds to go in a 4-goal game. He gets by Shear. Osman gets hit off the puck, but Saulnier will collect as Cowan looking forward off the bench. Played back for Taylor. Taylor knocked out by Shear. This here's Jack Shear with 30 seconds to go. Behind the net. Has it for the Armada. Shear gets hit in the boards as Count looking for it. Comes free for Casper, who will poke it ahead. Osman will collect. With 15 seconds to go. Osman over to Hall. Hall will flick it through neutral ice. DeMille looking for the bounce. Will be played to the boards. Osman will try and dangle his way through. Cowan will poke it ahead, and that's going to do it for this one. So the Armada get the matinee victory. 4-goal win for them. 5-1's your final. As they are now 1 point behind the Dukes in the standings. The Dukes will play the Rebels later tonight in the Summit Series. That's going to do it for our coverage of this one. Thank you for tuning into this High Button production of the U16 AAA League. My name is Basin signing off from Scotia 2. Have a happy new year, everybody. We'll see you in 2026.